Okay, alright. So I didn't know how to do this live, so I decided to record it so everybody can see it later and not have to deal with the whole anxiousness of my debut. Well, lore debut. I mean, I'm kind of already debuted, but I don't really give a darn. But, yeah. Um, okay, so a little bit about me. Uh, I'm Mithra Tsukiaki. Um, that is not my real name, but that's what we're going to go by because, I mean, let's face it, if the other gods and goddesses around knew that I was about, there would be a whole war, and I don't feel like fighting a war. I feel like hanging out with you guys and chilling and relaxing. So that's um why I'm going by Mithra. Okay? So, that being said, my birthday is October 31st. My age is way older than you think. Uh, like if there were a 4-digit limiter, it would be all 4 digits, like 9999999. Because I can't really, you know, I don't actually know how old I am, but I'm old. So anyway, I am 6 foot 7 inches, or 201 centimeters. My favorite color is blue. I really like blue. Um, I was born with red hair and blue eyes, and what I'm about to drop on you is going to blow your mind about that. Okay? So, I was born a cute and adorable, snuggly fox, and I was a lesser deity, right? So, lesser deities have little small jobs, and mine was kind of making sure that people, enjoyed war and fighting and battle and that sort of stuff. And I inflamed the senses with lust and greed and that sort of stuff. So that's kind of what I did, you know, battle and war and the like. Very lesser deity. Nobody really gave a crap, alright? So I fall in love with this lovely greater goddess of the moon. She has magic and shape shifting and all this sort of stuff, and I'm really minor at like shape shifting as a nine-tailed fox, right? So I can't really do anything about that. Anyway, as I was saying, um, I love my comfy cabin. Anyway, sorry. I think I have ADHD. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Anyway, um, so I fall in love with this girl. Her dad, who is a major jerk, did not like us um being together because lesser deities shouldn't be with greater deities and that sort of stuff. Well, he was able to take control of her brain, her mind, and turn her against me to fight me. Uh, because that was a really jerk thing. He has an artifact ability that um he's able to take over his bloodkin. Anyway, so he takes her over, and we have a big fight, and I don't want to hurt her. And she really roughed me up. I mean, I got scars from that. You can see that on my face, right? Yeah, yeah, she gave me that right across the nose and across my belly, my tummy. That one hurt. Um, anyway, so she really just is an amazing just warrior ass, and thankfully she was not using magic because I mean only her physical form could be taken over. So Daddy Dearest couldn't make her do any magical stuff that could obliterate me in minutes. Um, so thankfully, she didn't want to be a puppet for her dad, and I didn't want to die, and she convinced me to basically absorb her essence as a goddess, so I became a intermediate goddess by stepping up to the level and joining with her. Okay, so now a wolf goddess and a fox goddess combined. I'm both. Imagine that. Anyway, um, so we combined together. Hair turned this lovely color. Eyes turned red. Um, yeah, I wasn't born heterochromic. Imagine that. We'll get to that though. Okay. So, uh, I, in my very hurt and damaged state, decide to attack the heavens where her father is because I want revenge. This son of a bitch did something really, really bad and I want revenge, right? Okay. So I storm the heavens and get my ass handed to me. Okay? So her father is like really, really important in the heavens, right? Real big, greater god of assholeness. We'll just call him the asshole. I'm not using names because we're not going to get into that. But anyway, um, he is uh the tiger god, or tiger king, if you will, and um, very much just a jerk. Okay. Well, his men totally just destroy me, absolutely destroy me, and throw my ass into the underworld. Um, because I was joined with his daughter. He didn't want to destroy me completely, so he threw me into the underworld. Okay? So I'm there just on the brink of death, okay? My goddess essence is leaking out all over the place and it's bad. It's a bad day. And uh there a lovely young well, I don't know if she's young. I don't know how old she is. Anyway, doesn't matter. Uh, a demon princess, if you will. She's not really a princess. She's kind of a lord and has a domain and power over one of the sins. I'm not going to say what, but let's just say it has something in common with me. Finds me, uh, gets me better, and basically wants to use me as a servant, but then she learns about my story. I tell her basically why I'm suddenly down in the underworld and can't leave, and on death's door. And we get to talking, and if I want revenge, she can help me. But first, I have to help her. So I go through a bit of a, we'll call it a training arc, if you will, down in the underworld. Um, and there I receive my blue eye. Now, the eye that I give up is because the demon basically wants to keep with me, and the demon eye that I now have is capable of doing a lovely number of tricks. My goodness, the things that I can do with it. I'm just going to say that it definitely inhibits many things that gods and goddesses and demons can do. Very powerful, very fun. And she, in turn, get the eyes of goddess, and she's able to see heaven and actually interact with godly and deity things. So we both gain a little bit, and we both lose a little bit at the same time. So um, we kind of form a sisterly bond over that. And I get really strong, she gets really strong, and we, in turn, overthrow her father, take over his army, and we lead an assault on heaven. Now, you're probably wondering, oh, well, no wonder you're exiled. Okay, okay, stay with me, though. Don't support. What is wrong with you? Get off! Get out of here! Don't support me on Streamloots. I don't need that crap. Get out of here. Goodness. Sorry. Anyway, what was I? Oh, we lead an attack on heaven with our demon army, and we're able to trounce dear daddy's army, okay? We are just absolutely able to just destroy his army. Um, and I get to fight him. Now, that seems like, oh, no, he whoops the shit out of me. He is very strong, very powerful. However, because I've had time to adapt to my new abilities of the moon goddess that I fell for, I was able to do magic, and I was able to shapeshift, And I was able to do a couple of other fun things, including my eye, which actually helped me. And I was able to get a fatal blow on him. Now, fatal for gods is pretty rare to get, okay? And I was able to slice and dice his ass. So he's on the brink of death, and the only way to truly destroy a god, and I definitely wanted to destroy him, was to absorb him or to destroy his essence. I'm not powerful enough to destroy his essence, but I am powerful enough to get his essence absorbed and become a greater god. Not quite as powerful as him, not quite as powerful as many of the other gods, but I get the status of greater god. And the problem is that I also absorb some tiger in me. Okay? So, tiger, fox, wolf in total. Now, I have dominion over his domains as a god, but because I absorbed two different gods and have a bit of demon in me, uh, the problem is that heaven doesn't like that kind of crap. And they descended upon us and the demon army that invaded. Whoop us, something fierce. I'm captured, wrapped up and binded, and uh, a lot of what I had during that time and strength wise is completely sapped from me, okay? Um, I'm imprisoned in the moon for thousands of years. Fun times. I'm trapped in the same place that my love basically lived and survived, and now I'm stuck there. Trapped, wrapped up tight like a present for many thousands of years. It's fun. No, it's not. Um, it weakens me pretty well. And recently, somebody, and I don't know who, decided to break my prison with a massive explosion. I don't know if it was you humans or if it was other gods or whatever. I don't know what it was. Okay? So an explosion happened and I'm ejected from the moon. I am sent hurtling thousands and thousands of miles into the atmosphere and collide with Earth. That hurts. If you've ever fallen like a fair bit and like hurt yourself, okay, now picture that times like 1,000. Okay, it hurt. It was not fun. I was in a weakened state. That hurt. So, again, I get up, and because Tiger Man had the ability to regenerate, I can regenerate pretty fast. And he had a couple other things, but I'm not going to go into it because he's an asshole, and I don't want to refer to his powers or even use his abilities. Anyway, so um, that's kind of where I come into the story of lately. So I find out that there's a thing called money, and there's a thing called a roof over your head now, and there's a thing called social media, and honestly, I don't really have, you know, stuff necessary to. How to explain? I don't have the skill sets, air quotes, of a comparable job person. I don't really. I don't know how to make money. But I do know how to play games and enjoy stuff and shoot and kill and that sort of stuff. I adapted that very quickly. Uh, so I was out and about, a little homeless, trying to find my place in the world, in a weakened state, and I discovered VTubers. And I was like, I can do that. I can be a VTuber. I can make money. I can do stuff and get into a home and everything else and be awesome like that. And that's what I did. Okay? So, I kidnapped a lovely artist named Hazeker. Uh, and I promised him that I would give him a boob hat if they would help me with, getting into this business that I'm now part of. And of course, they were happy to comply as I gave them a boob hat. And I guess you can say that they're my papa and my mother. Um, well, I would say Roadi3 is kind of my designer. I just told them what I wanted, and they drew it, and it was amazing. And from there, um, the designer of my model is Hazeker. So now I have a home. I have a roof over my head. I have wonderful, loyal followers. And I have to build up my shrine, and get followers and heroes underneath me so that I can ascend back to heaven. But that's the problem. I have to get followers and be fun and interactive and entertain, and it's hard to do that. So I need your guys' help. You guys have to get me back up to heaven, okay? I'm exiled right now, but if I do good enough and I help out and entertain people and that sort of stuff, maybe they'll let me back in. So that's what I need from you guys. I need your help. You can help me, right? Please? Please? Please help the goddess get back up to heaven? I would greatly appreciate it. Oh, please? Anyway, um, yeah, I will definitely uh try my best to entertain you all and enjoy my time here. And in the meantime, you can teach me about your human ways and culture and how to do stuff and why people keep saying ara ara and stuff like that. And I know it's not said like that, but we're not going to go into that. This is just a lore drop video, not a ara ara video. So maybe that, I don't know. Maybe, maybe. But with my faithful followers, Hatter and Kami and a couple of others who help me out with their human ways, we can have fun together and play games together, and we can win. And you guys can get me back up into heaven. And I would love you guys, every single one of you, if you joined me on my legendary quest. In the meantime, have an amazing day. I love you guys, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!